Welcome, Matt here. Now, we just did a long lesson inside Total Drummer on 5/4 drum fills in that time signature, and 5 quarter notes in a bar. And we had lots of written examples, and they're all useful. We broke down a load of stuff, gave it a load of structure. But there's another approach to 5/4. I'm a bit out of breath, and I wanted to share it with you because it's really fun and free. So we've got the kind of maths approach where we count our notes, we understand the theory, we've got written notation in front of us. And that's a really good way to come up with new ideas and really understand it in a deeper way. But there's also an improvised approach we can take. And that is what we're going to look at now. So to do that, one approach I like is to sing a melody in your head that you know is in the right time signature or the right feel or the right phrasing. So you kind of know you're safe with it. And just base it on that. So it's much more melodic. It's much more a feel thing rather than a kind of mathsy approach. And in this case, I'm using Mission Impossible, the theme tune from Mission Impossible. So, bum, bum, ba-da, bum, bum, ba-da. So that's in 5/4. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5. Doom, 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 boom, boom. So once I know that's 5/4. I don't really have to think about 5/4 anymore. I don't have to be there. Go 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5. I can just sing the melody. I know it adds up. Boom, 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 boom. So I can leave space in the bar. Leaving space in an odd time bar can be really scary. It's easy to get lost, but if you've got the melody, bum, bum, ba-da, bum, bum, dum, 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 dum. You know, like, it doesn't matter anymore because I'm singing this thing in my head. And we can also go over the bar line. We can do different phrasing. We can just be much, much freer. So I want you to try this with me. Now, you know, you might not be familiar with Mission Impossible. I guess that is possible. You might be familiar with Take 5, Dave Brubeck. And so for me, it's the piano part of that. Do-dum, ba-dum, boom, boom, ba-dum, ba-dum, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5. Same thing. Basically, find something in 5/4 in this instance, but you could do it for any time signature. You know it's in that you know it's in that time signature, and you're familiar with it, and you're comfortable with it, and use that. But I think the Mission Impossible theme tune's a really good shout. So, right, get Take 5 out of my head, as good as it is. So what we're doing, Mission Impossible, yeah. So if we're playing our drum beat, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just doing bass on 1, snare on 4, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Bump, bump, ba-da, bump, bump, ba-da. Try a fill, right? If you're not at the drums, tap it out. Just do it with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You do not need a drum kit to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bump, bump, ba-da, bump, bump, ba-da. But you ready for fill? Bump, bump, bum, ba, bump, bump, ba-da, bump, bump, ba-da. Next bar. So what's going to start happening naturally after a while? At first, hit just those notes. But as you get comfortable and more confident with that, you'll embellish a little bit. Bum 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 bum. Still singing a melody in my head, but now I've got a bit more freedom to start embellishing those notes, adding some extra bits, getting a bit more complex with the rhythms. And that freedom's building, okay? So that's the exercise I want to try. So at first, maybe just a 1 bar fill and then back to your groove. 1 bar fill, back to your groove. But as you get more comfortable, you start to create little drum solos. Maybe it's a 2 bar fill at first, but then why not just try an improvisation, you know? Dun, dun, da, da, dun, 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 dun. And so on, you know, the more you do it, the more your confidence builds, the more fun it becomes. So that's the idea. That's what I want you to try. Really fun. You don't need any notation, no theory, no maths. You don't have to understand anything about the theory of music to do this. It's just knowing the Mission Impossible theme tune, knowing it's in 5/4, and then trying to improvise. And if you haven't done this before, it might be a real kind of light bulb moment, because you realise with that musical approach, you can actually break down some tricky stuff. If someone said to you do a solo in 5/4, you might freak out. But if I said, just improvise a little bit while singing Mission Impossible, that might not seem scary. Okay, so I'm going to finish just by having a little improvisation over it. In my head the whole time it's going to be bum bum ba da bum bum ba da. So see if you can sing that along with me, because you'll hear it even if I'm not playing it directly. It will be in there. It'll be implied. You'll probably be able to see it's there, and then you might hear it. Even if I go away from it, I'll come back to it. I'll just do it for 30 seconds, and then stop watching screens and start doing some of your own drums in 5/4, okay? So just watch this for 30 seconds and then get drumming. Like, subscribe, all of that, and I'll see you next time.